Hey guys, welcome to a new video here on the channel, and in this new video, we will see a new story called Vegeta X Android 18. As the name itself says, this story will tell how it would be if the original story Trunks had traveled in time and with that changed some things along them with Vegeta, will be in love with Android 18, and you will see this incredible romance now. So grab a bucket of popcorn and your soda and come with me, and of course don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment what you think of the story. Well, without further ado, let's start following this incredible story. On planet Earth. Currently on planet Earth, more precisely in the Capsule Corporation, it was possible to see all the Z warriors were already recovered and ready for the fight, but Piccolo was the only one who was not in the place, because he had gone after android number 17 to defeat him, and with this prevents Cell, who was an android much more dangerous from the other androids, from not getting his perfect shape, and for him to reach that level, Cell would need to absorb 2 of the 3 androids, these being android number 17 and android number 18. And if Cell managed to absorb the 2 androids, he would become a perfect version, where no one would be able to defeat him. And so Piccolo went after android number 17 to eliminate him and prevent Cell from absorbing them. Vegeta said, "In short, now we will have to kill this android called Cell, or defeat the androids we already know, before they are absorbed by Cell. Because if we don't do that, Cell will absorb the androids, and with that, he will become an absolute android. And if that happens, it'll be impossible for any of us to defeat him. And I believe that even if Kakarot and I join forces, we will not be able to defeat Android Cell. One question, did Android Cell come from the same timeline as you, Trunks?" Trunks said, "That's right. In my timeline, I never got to meet or face Cell. So he must have had the same idea I had of traveling in that time. But anyway, I came to help you all since Cell is here to absorb the androids and conquer this line of time using the powers he wants to gain by absorbing the androids," said the son of Vegeta and Bulma from the other timeline, looking at everyone present at the place. Bulma said, "This means that Cell must be developing somewhere since he didn't show up. I think we better find Cell's body and destroy it just to ensure that he won't do anything to us in the future. If I'm right, Cell must be in the Dr. Gero's laboratory. After all, Gero was the one who created the androids. But if the doctor is smart enough, he must have a secret passage in his laboratory that takes him to where our Cell is. Because all good scientists, when they want to protect their most special creations, they do not leave their creations in the main laboratory, but in a secret laboratory. Because if someone discovers the main laboratory, this creation of yours will not be destroyed. And that must be why Trunks never met Cell," said Bulma while analyzing everything that should be happening at the moment, and mainly why the android Cell never appeared in Trunks' timeline. Trunks said, "I don't remember very well who was responsible for the destruction of Dr. Gero from my timeline, but I know they never found out if there was a second lab, and we never thought about it either. So Bulma's probably right about this secret lab. We have to find this laboratory and destroy it once and for all to prevent another Cell from being reborn in the future," said the Saiyan coming from another timeline while looking at the Z warriors present. Vegeta said, "You can do whatever you want, because I'm going to keep training and then I'm going to go after those androids, and I have to do it fast because I'm sure Piccolo won't be able to defeat Android 17, so I'm going to train to eliminate this Cell from once," said the Prince of Saiyan, leaving that place to train and defeat the androids, mainly Cell, who was the most dangerous among them. Trunks thought, "Has Dad always been like this? Mom always said he was proud and arrogant back then, but I think there's something off. My mother told me that she and my father were together before the androids appeared, but when they appeared, I was already born. But there's no other me in this timeline that I am currently in. Maybe time travel changed my date of birth. Well, that's not a big deal now. I just hope I'm actually born in that timeline. I just hope this time travel doesn't change so much. I don't want my future to become theirs. I don't want Trunks from this timeline to go through what I went through," Saiyan thought as he looked slightly at the sky and thought of his world where androids wreaked havoc on humanity. Hours later. Hours had passed since Trunks' conversation with the other Z fighters about their journey with the androids and Cell had taken place. During this time, Trunks and Krillin found out where Cell was, but he had already fled, so Trunks and Krillin went to investigate the laboratory, and during their stay in the laboratory, Krillin ended up managing to find a kind of self-destruct control that would activate the bombs inside the androids. Krillin had the idea of approaching Android 18 and using the control, and with that Cell could not reach his perfect form, because Android 18 would be dead. Cell, until that moment, had not achieved his perfect form, but he had already managed to absorb Android 17, and with that he reached his imperfect form, and he only needed to absorb Android 18 to achieve his perfect form. But Cell needed Android 18, so if Krillin killed her using Control, Cell would no longer be able to reach his perfect form. Currently, everyone was in the middle of a plain with some rocks and trees. Cell was in front of Android number 18, ready to absorb her at that moment. Besides them, there was also Krillin, who was behind a rock, with the control in his hands, and a little away was Trunks, who was on the ground knocked out because he had faced Cell and ended up being defeated. Krillin spoke. "Sorry, Android 18, you seem like a nice woman, but if you stay alive, it will be a risk for all of us," said Krillin, coming out from behind the rock, already with his finger on top of the button, ready to destroy Android number 18. But when Krillin was going to press the button, he ended up having his hand hit by a key blow that ended up destroying the control. Everyone thought that Cell had destroyed the control, but in reality, everyone could see that it was Vegeta that was flying over the place, and soon came down to stay a few meters in front of Krillin. Krillin said, "Vegeta, why the hell did you do that?" Krillin shouted while looking at Vegeta, who turned to him and glared at him with a murderous glare. Vegeta spoke. "Look at the way you talk to me, you bug. I'm not Kakarot, and I'll be the one who will put an end to the damn Cell, and it won't be necessary to kill Android 18, said the Saiyan, looking at Krillin and completely ignoring Cell's presence. Android number 18 thought, "Why is this idiot helping me? I humiliated him and even broke his arm, so why does Vegeta want to help me? And why did he save me? Damn, I hate these human feelings because they're so confusing," thought the blonde while looking at Vegeta, but soon Android felt a presence behind her, and when she turned to turn around, it was too late. Cell said, "I thank you for letting Android number 18 live. Thank you, Vegeta, because now I can finally reach my perfect form and defeat all of you." Android Cell spoke while taking Android number 18 by the back and then starting to absorb it. Vegeta, when he saw this, advanced against Cell. Vegeta at a high speed tried to land a sequence of punches on Cell, but the android managed to defeat himself from all attacks and even managed to land a kick on Vegeta, who flew away. And when Vegeta would again advance against Cell, the android began to glow, because he had managed to absorb android number 18, and now Cell was in perfect form. Cell spoke. "I finally reached my perfect form, and now Vegeta, what are you going to do to defeat me? Ha ha ha!" said the perfect android while releasing his power that was much greater than before. Vegeta said, "Cell, I'm going to kill you," said the Prince of Saiyans before releasing a large amount of ki that made everything around shake and the ground crack, and at the same time a large impact wave was generated, sending everyone present except Cell far away. Cell thought, "What power is this? He didn't have this power before, so how did he get this gigantic power?" asked the android, feeling afraid of the power released by Vegeta, because if Cell's power was greater now in his perfect form, Vegeta was far beyond that. Vegeta spoke, "That is the power of my wrath. So Cell, get ready, because you will die at my hand, the Prince of Saiyans, and I will also be the first to reach this level of strength. Behold the power of Super Saiyan 2, said the Prince of Saiyans, releasing several beams that seemed to dance around his body. With that, we'll end today's video. If you want to see the continuation of this incredible story, leave a lot of likes on the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So, see you another day, guys!